Can I have the transcripts of yesterday? Ilagay ka ng ring dyan. Yun na lang. Gagawan niyo kwento pa. Mani. Referee ka na pala. Nagutuman lang yan. Hindi natin. Kasi hindi ito the moment, hindi mo rin yung speeches, hindi mo na malalap na sinabi ko. Can we get the transcript? So tama na lang sa'yo. Time, dadaanan mo ba ito? Tama mo lang.
Mr. President, today I stand, or I rise rather, on personal and collective privilege. This morning when I woke up, several friends of ours in the media had said that one of our colleagues had accused us of whitewashing a possible bribery scandal probe by delaying or taking away the jurisdiction of a particular resolution from their committee. As a matter of fact, Mr. President, I have a copy. It says here, Senator TRILLANES accuses Gordon and ZUBIRI of whitewashing the Bureau of Immigration bribery scandal probe. Mr. President, I take offense that one of our colleagues would lay claim that we are whitewashing a particular investigation. Never in my 9 years as House of Representatives member, and many of you were my colleagues in the House of Representatives, and 4 years as a member of this August chamber, have I been accused of whitewashing, stalling, stopping any sort of investigation, Mr. President. What had transpired yesterday, Mr. President, was a discussion on the rules of the Senate. Being a former majority floor leader of this August chamber for 2.5 years, Mr. President, I clearly recall that when there are particular issues taken up about the cabinet portfolio of a particular committee, or the equivalent of the cabinet portfolio, whether it is the modernization, the expansion, the reorganization of a particular agency, it was always given to the mother committee, Mr. President. So when I saw yesterday that there was a plan to discuss the modernization of the Bureau of Immigration, or reorganization of the Bureau of Immigration, clearly recalling that it is a bureau under the Department of Justice, I stood up. But I did not accuse anyone of any plan for any wrongdoing, whatever their agenda was. Mine was merely raising the rules. As a matter of fact, I said it quite diplomatically, as I place a high value on the amity existing in the Senate as a body. And therefore, let me quote what I said yesterday, and these are direct quotes from the stenographer. Mr. President, with due respect to all members, on our proposed Senate Resolution number 256 on the possible reorganization of the Bureau of Immigration, would it not be prudent to also refer it to the Committee on Justice and Human Rights? Because the Department of Justice has jurisdiction of the Bureau of Immigration. I did not even make a formal motion, Mr. President. I just wanted to throw it to the body. I said it, I just would like to throw that question to the body, Mr. President, and would like to ask the Majority Floor Leader for his opinion. Well, Mr. President, after doing my research, I found out we have Senate Bill number 85, already under the Committee on Justice, on the Philippine Immigration Act, for the improvement, reorganization of the Immigration, Bureau of Immigration, Mr. President. We have Senate Bill number 501 of Senator Sonny Trillanes to strengthen, professionalize, modernize the Philippine immigration system, also referred to the Committee on Justice, Mr. President. And then we have of our dear honorable colleague, Senator Frank Drilon, Immigration Act of the Philippines, which proposes to reorganize the Bureau. It is already referred to the Committee on Justice. So, this strengthens my motion yesterday to refer it to the Rules Committee. Because what happens now? Who listens to the reorganization? 3 bills already referred to the Justice Committee, and then you have another one in the Civil Service Committee. I am not putting any aspersions on what their plan is. I don't care. If they want to investigate. They want to raise hell in their committee. I don't care. Mine was just to discuss rules, Mr. President. And that is why I question that. Now, what I do care about is the accusation that we are whitewashing the planned investigation of the Bureau on Investigation. Now, I take offense on that, Mr. President. And I do not know what should be done. Will it be taken up by the Ethics Committee, or the gentleman involved apologizes to this representation? But mine, Mr. President, is that I am not a defender of any faith. I am independent. As you know, Mr. President, I'm not even a member of the PDP Laban. On issues of national government, we differ on many topics. On the increase of taxes, I'm against. With the death penalty, I'm also against. With the change of the Constitution, I'm in favor of a constitutional convention, which is not what they want, as they want a constituent assembly. So, how dare people say that we are the defenders of the faith? In the last administration, I can point out several here are defenders of their faith. But have I ever raised that issue? No. And saying that we whitewashed the scandal, does it mean the 14 of those who voted to refer to the Committee on Rules for lengthy discussion is also whitewashing a possible probe on the Bureau of Immigration scandal? No. I do not believe Senator Manny Pacquiao or Senator Grace Poe or the distinguished gentleman from Cavite, Senator Lacson, will dare whitewash any investigation. They're not party to any whitewash. It's not fair, Mr. President. As a matter of fact, I don't want to take too long with this manifestation. Mine is just, Mr. President, that There's no such whitewash. There's no such plan. I never spoke to Senator Gordon about it. As a matter of fact, I was just alarmed when I saw it in the items on the agenda. I raised the issue. I brought it to the floor. We made a vote. We decided as a body. We did not even decide to bring it to the committee of just Senator Gordon. We decided to bring it to the Rules Committee, which was the proper action at this point in time when there is confusion on which committee will handle that particular topic, Mr. President. And to finish this, you know, the sad part, Mr. President, yesterday I said before any more hateful phrases or statements be made by any side, and before I make the proper motion, and then I made the proper motion to bring it to the Rules Committee, people, our colleagues, go out to the media and take it to town. I do not know if he was just misquoted, because our friends in the media have a capacity of doing so that we be fighting each other here like it's the year of the chicken, you know, in 2 weeks' time. Eh, baka gusto nila cockfight. Hindi naman tama yun. So I hope the gentleman was misquoted. Maybe it will give him an opportunity to correct the statements that are coming out online and in the radio and TV. But just to prove to you, Mr. President, that I am not privy to any whitewash, I will make motion today, formally, as a member of the Blue Ribbon Committee, that Senator Gordon immediately hear the bribery scandal case, Mr. President. And I will actively attend. That I commit to this body, Mr. President. And for whatever outcome of the Committee of Rules, I will respect the decision of our chair, Senate Majority Floor Leader Tito Sen. But at the same time, I move that we, members of the Blue Ribbon Committee, investigate immediately, as the Blue Ribbon Committee can motu proprio take this up. I will never be a part of any whitewash. I take offense in that, Mr. President. Thank you to my distinguished colleagues.
Thank you. What's the pleasure of Senator Trillanes?
Thank you, Mr. President. In physics, as they say, if there's an action, then there is a counter reaction. And that's what happened. They blocked the referral to my committee, and therefore, they should expect me to react on the matter. And I'm glad that the gentleman took offense, because if the statement was meant to be offensive, so at least he feels something. And I would like to take offense, on the other hand, on his statement that he was never being accused of any impropriety, because as we recall, especially the Senate President, back in 2007, he in fact resigned from the Senate because he was proven to have cheated during the 2007 elections. So he should not dare.
Mr. President?
I still have the floor, Mr. President. So if you want to declare war, then you should be prepared to have war. And this representation will not back down to people like the senator from Bukidnon. And that's it. That is my position, which I articulated in the media. I believe I have earned that right to say that. And no senator should be barred from speaking his mind in front of the media. So that's my piece, Mr. President.